The government, the Boris Johnson government, has issued a document this morning signed by the Attorney General, Geoffrey Cox, saying that the principle of consent by Stormont is enshrined in this agreement. Does that in any way change your opposition to it?
Well, he can say whatever he wants. It's quite clearly not enshrined in the agreement, and the terms of consent are very clearly laid down. The mechanism by which consent is gained for controversial issues in the Northern Ireland Assembly is laid down in what we've been reminded time and time again throughout this debate on Brexit is an internationally binding agreement, and that is that any controversial issue must have a majority of both unionists and nationalists voting for it. And the EU, which ironically insisted that the spirit of the Good Friday Agreement be adhered to when it came to border arrangements, has torn up the substance of the Good Friday Agreement when it comes to the voting arrangements at Stormont.
I mean, putting it frankly, do you feel you've basically been sold out by Boris Johnson?
Well, we are disappointed that, having given him a fair degree of latitude in the negotiations, and we did, we agreed to having some regulatory alignment for Northern Ireland with the EU until alternative arrangements could be found, but there had to be the safeguard that we could always vote ourselves out of those if they were proving damaging to the Northern Ireland economy. And then, having stretched ourselves a bit further and saying we would even widen the scope of those, that when he went to Brussels, he simply folded to the unreasonable demands of the EU, and that's why we'll not be voting for this agreement tomorrow. And I don't know what the outcome will be, but what I do know is that even with our votes in the House of Commons since he took up the position of Prime Minister, he hasn't been able to win any votes. Without our votes, which really gives him another 20 votes to find, the question is, can he get this through tomorrow?